Let's see. So we got that out. So let's see how this is gonna work. Put that back for a moment. Also, we have to remove it on this side. We got that one, so if we wanna take off the paper roll, there's two more screws holding it on the left side. That would be your right side from the viewer's point of view. Let's see if we can do anything. Maybe it would be good to remove this one as well, but let me just try to. All right. Yeah. Still too crampy. So maybe it's best. It could be even easier maybe if we dismantle this holder and pull it to the left. So this holder has two screws on the bottom. We should get them out. So now you see when you move that to the side, now we should be able to something is still holding it. The cables are plugged in, but they're not holding anything. Or we might as well, I think we will be having to disconnect or remove the right holder also, because I can't pull it out without twisting something, and that won't be good at all. And besides that, when we move the paper roll, there'll be much more space to plug in the cable when we put it in the harness. So bit more of work, but it will pay off. So we will make a proper job out of it. So let's unplug this cables. Let me just mark this one not to confuse the cables, and I need to pull it out. So this is what we call cable number 3, because it goes to the slot number 3. Cable number 3. Alright, so you have 2 cables, just the same. You know that the cable 3 is going to the relay board, and this other cable goes on the board itself. We can even write that down. 3 on are on board. And now let's see if we can budget off. Right. I think we're good. We need some space to get this harness out, and also we need some space to plug in the cable. So I think we got everything over here. Okay, so now we can disconnect the cable again, because we will be pulling in through the harness. This is our cable that's going in, and this is our cable that's going out. So we need to move the head to the middle position. The brake is on, so we have to release the brake, and I need to go to this side. It's easier for me. So I got 2 hooks, and this is the right cable is actually the cable for UV lamp. Let's get the harness out. Right, so now you can see that we have space to pull it out. Okay, so this cable should be going out. And how do we do that? Not very simple, but that's why you should be using the videos to see how that is done. So actually those two are stick together. So the shorter one is for the, we already said that, for the keyboard. So this is the cable that has to go outside or out, and this is it. And the other one we have to put inside. So what is the front side of the cable? It's this mark goes to the inside. So this will go over here, and we have to pull out all of these cables. They stick with the tape over here. Okay, so it's like this. And so this cable will be the last cable inside. And as you can see, this is stick on so many places, which is really not necessary, because it only makes the job harder. Alright, so this is the cable for the keyboard. This is the cable we have to insert, so pull that through the hole. Like this, and Actually, you have this this mark over here and this fold of the cable. That's what you have to consider. So this is the bottom cable. All right, so now we'll take the harness, and first we will put inside the front side. This is the place where the fold is made on the cable, but you also have to put it behind this tooth and behind this smaller one on the front, like this. Pull it down and pull it up, because you have already this one, so the cable stands on this tooth over here, and that's the proper way to do it. So now we have to put everything back. You see the fold over here, and all other folds have to go in place like this. Put all the cables behind the teeth to hold it in place like this. All right, one more teeth. So this is how it should look like. And now this cable is left on this side. Harness should be ready for install. Pull that up a bit, and if anything's in place, there. Harness is done. Maybe you can put some tape over here to hold the cables better together. And now this should be the final touch. You actually need this plastic piece. It's very important to hold the cables. You usually hold the cables inside the slot, but it's especially important for UV power supply cable. Let me just see if I turned that right. I think I didn't, so let's turn it around. Should go like this. Okay. And when you put it inside, you have to adjust the length of the cable, so when the head moves front to the back, left to the right. All right. We're gonna plug that in. Okay. We should put some tape on it to close the contacts. And that's it. And this cable should be fixed somewhere over here, so when the head is moving, it doesn't get stuck somewhere over there, so something can be turned off, disconnected, or other things. This should be fixed over there. And now Actually, you've seen how we dismantled all these parts, so we won't be showing you how we will put everything back together, but we will show you a test print later on to see if everything checks out okay. So after we put all this together, we will show you that one. We got everything put back together, and one more thing that we've noticed is that when the head carrier or head moves left to the right, these cables over here sometimes get twisted. So what we did to solve that problem is we put in some in the harness. In the beginning of the harness there's a small plastic that pushes the cables to the back, and also the reason why they get twisted is this cable we've put in is could be adjustable length, but this cable, if it doesn't have anything holding it from the inside, it's a bit longer than it should be. So if it's too long, then when the head goes to the left, it could be, sometimes it could get twisted, and that probably could be the reason why why this flat cable, which was first from the inside, got broken. So what we did here is we've besides this plastic piece over there, we've fixed this this side of cable with the tape inside, so it will shorten the cable, let's say 5 millimeters. So that means that we have to pull this cable all the way to the left as possible and fix it with the tape over there. And now what we still have to do is to put this cable back, but first, while we are doing all that, we will check the dampers if there's some air in them, to be sure everything is working at maximum. So let me just checking that out as we go. But as you can see, very little air inside. But it's good to check that every once in a while. It seems that everything is pretty much okay. Yeah, all the dampers seem to be filled. One more to be checked. This one's good also. Alright, so now we will be putting this last cable inside. So as you can see, we should be putting it to be at the same same length as these other ones. I think that's good. And now you can see that I think this should be okay, but this is okay also. It won't be touching anything else. So you see, this is working fine. So now what is left to do is just to try the test print so we can see if everything else checks out. So let's see if the cables will get twisted this time. This is our first try. I think we're good. This is an automatic head clean, which is also good at this point. The pump is working also as it should be. I've noticed that there's some impurity on the wiper. Maybe we should check that out also. So we will do that in a sec, so you can see something is stick on the wiper, but at this point we will just go ahead and check the prints. If everything's okay, then do a little bit more cleaning on the wiper. There is some stuff stick onto it, so we will clean that as well. All right, let's see. So this is an automatic set for test print. Alright, let's turn the lamp on. So now we're waiting for the document to come in, and also when the head cleaning is started and after it's finished, we need to wait 2 minutes, because that's simply how this model is working. 2 minutes after the cleaning is done, the printer is doing some checks and stuff, so we will just wait a bit of a time to start printing. So I've got a bit of a problem with my battery, so I'll be quick. So as you can see, SCMYK is pretty good over here, so that's gonna be all for this repair. We'll put everything back as it was, and that's gonna be all for this one.